Okay, so next we've got Monica. Denise says, I had a niche question. Okay, so Monica's brought a niche for us to look at. So here's what Monica wrote. I help women sell more online courses and products while staying true to who they are and what they stand for. That's pretty clear.
That's right.
Yeah. So what did you say?
No, I just wanted to say I'm first time here, calling in from Nelson, New Zealand. I'm Dutch originally. And I think this is one of the most difficult things to do, to really nail down the niche. And yeah, some of your resources were already quite helpful. And also what you discussed with Daniel about painting that picture, because I could really see it. I could really see them journaling in the evening, in the evening, and just felt like, just fell flat, my launch, and I didn't get any sales, or was not what I was expecting. Yeah, so yeah, it made such a difference. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, why do you think there was so little response to the launch? What's your sense of it?
It's a part of that is they're too much in the sales and not in the story that they're telling, and it's not really what their audience is looking for. So they're just a bit off, and the offering is not really aligned.
Time out.
Yeah.
Did you tell me that you put out a launch and that there was not much response to it?
I have that experience before. Yes, so that's why I want to help them. And another part is,
so that's not something that, Simon. So I just want to understand. What I heard you say was that had happened to you recently, or are you telling me that that's what happens to your clients?
That happens to my clients, and have I had the experience myself?
Okay, got it. So I mean, I would say generally women sell more online courses and products. I mean, I get it. I think I know who that is. So I would say that's probably good enough to get going. And here's the challenge that you're going to run into. And for everyone, this is something to think about. Consider for yourselves, if what you have is relatively unique, like not a lot of other people do it, or if it's the kind of thing that lots of people do. So for example, there are lots of DJs in the world. There are lots of massage therapists in the world. There are lots of life coaches in the world, relationship coaches, dating coaches, weight loss, you know what I'm saying? If you imagine you're on Island A and you want to get from Island A to B, so you go down to the harbor and you ask the harbor master, are there any boats going to Island B? And they say yes, and they gesture over at 10,000 boats. And they all look the same to you from a distance, So I'd say this is part of the challenge you're going to have. It's not, I think you've named the journey fairly clearly. I get the idea. They want to sell more stuff online, very clear. But there's so many people who do what you do. Exactly. And so for all of you, if you're struggling with this, there's a few resources I recommend. One, if you search on YouTube, just search Tad Hargrave Positioning Matrix. It'll show up. There's a little exercise called Positioning Matrix, which is very helpful. But also, you can divide a page into 6 boxes of who, what, where, when, why, and how. And it's worth really sitting with what's different about me in these things, in terms of who I am or who I reach, in terms of what I offer, how I offer it, where, when I offer it, why I offer it. And then I would definitely, if you're doing something that a lot of other people do, there's so many thoughts. One is really delve into your point of view. The point of view marketing piece is huge here, because they get down to the harbor and they say, okay, all of you go to this from Island A to B, but okay, tell me about how you make that journey. What's the route from A to B? They're going to want to know how you do that. And the point of view is often a point of distinction. It's one of the ways that people decide us versus somebody else. It's our take. So it would be, as Monica told us a little bit, her take on why women struggle to sell their online courses and products because they're not into the story enough. Yeah.
Mm.
So really bringing that forward, making the case for that perspective. And then the other thing is we really need to craft our offers well and specifically, and the value slider can help with that. But the main thing is the point of view. The main thing is making the case for an approach, for a perspective, a take on this thing. Because if you nail the niche, there's these three things in marketing that have to be established in terms of us deciding if it's a fit. One, relevance. Second, credibility. Third, value. So if I'm a customer, the very first thing I'm looking at is what's your offering relevant to me at all? Two, do I trust you? Three, is it worth the money? Yeah. And I say, basically, the second you establish the relevance, and they say, oh, that's me. This is, that picture you drew of Island A, that's me. That picture of Island B, that's what I want. The second we've got that, we don't want to waste any time. We just want to get into the point of view and basically say, look, if you're struggling to get from A to B, here's my take on how you do it.
Yeah.
We want to start making, here's why you're struggling. Here's the real root cause.
Great.
So anyways, it's that's clear enough. You'll probably hone it over time, but that's good enough.
It's a journey and it's, but it's really helpful picture and point of view, and just start working with it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.